Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between.
I am your host, Brandice Daniel.
And I'm your co-host, Sybil Amuti. All right, y'all, we diving right in.
We are diving right in.
We have had like a very interesting afternoon, me and my great girlfriend, Prego Taskmaster Brandice.
I don't know why you keep calling me the Taskmaster.
Because you are the Taskmaster.
So you are way more bossy than I could ever be.
You know what? We're going to take a poll one of these days because you have more interns than me, so you'll be able to get a quick response on that. Ladies, what's going on?
I know.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited because we are like way into the end of season 1 of our show, and I'm feeling really good about it.
I feel so amazing about it. I mean, the response from the ladies have been absolutely overwhelming and mind-blowing.
So did you miss me? Like while we weren't recording? It shouldn't take that long. It's like it really shouldn't take that long. Like it's a quick yes.
Sybil, let me tell you something. No,
Did you miss me?
Well, Sybil, we've been together like ladies, hold on. Let me tell the ladies the truth.
Tell the truth.
So the reason I'm sitting here looking crazy at Sybil while she's talking about have you missed me is because Sybil and I now talk about 10 times a day.
But we haven't recorded.
We talk about 10 times a day about every time one of you ladies leave a review.
We talk about it.
We talk about it.
And we're like in awe of it because we're so grateful.
So, I mean, okay, do I miss recording? Yes.
Did you miss me? I mean, that was simple.
I have not, but we talk 10 times every day.
But, so you didn't miss me? Is that what you're saying?
God,
it's okay if you didn't miss me. But I feel like you did, though. I feel like this time together, you missed this.
Maybe I did, Sybil.
That's why you call me every day, all day. So, girlfriends, just so you guys know, your responses, like your post on Instagram and your Facebook and all the tweets and like the emails, completely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Like, you don't understand how monumental your responses have been to us.
No, I mean, that's the reason we're constantly talking, is because every single time we get a review from one of you guys, we are literally like, can you believe this? I just got this message. I just saw this. Because it's like one thing to talk about doing this podcast. Yeah. It's a whole nother thing putting it out there and getting the responses.
And then people responding, yes. We screenshot them and we text them to each other, and then like an hour later the phone will ring and we'll just talk like, wow, can you believe that? And it's not even been just one episode. It's been like an outpouring, right?
It really has.
And it's one of those things where we can't say thank you enough.
We cannot. Girlfriends, we got some great things in store for you for 2016.
Ooh! Y'all better get ready.
You're going to see how much we appreciate you, but thank you so much.
Yes, get ready, y'all. What they say? Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Get ready. Where'd it come from?
Some church video I saw, like some church video. Lord, get ready, get ready, get ready. No, y'all better get ready, seriously, because when we do the call to action for 2016, if y'all don't show up, I think I'm going to cry. I'm going to believe God.
No, they're going to show up.
They're going to show up.
Yeah, they're going to show up.
So we thought we'd take this episode to do like a recap of like where we started, why we started, what it took for us to step out and do what we do, and like some of the responses that we would give to some of the questions that you guys have been sending in, and a look at what's happening in season 2.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So first of all, just so you guys can remember, this completely started as like a gift that we wanted to give to interns and like young women that we mentor.
Yeah.
And
we didn't have any strategy for this,
no.
By the way.
No
strategy
whatsoever. Let's scratch that for a minute.
But we didn't have much of a strategy when we started.
Right, but I wanted to plan.
Well, so Sybil, as the brand strategist, she wants you guys to know that she did want to plan.
I wanted to brand this thing.
I'm going to give you guys the truth. We had no strategy. All we knew was that we wanted to give back, and this was going to be our way of giving back.
It was true. I mean, we just thought it was important that the conversation start happening. And I love one of the responses that you sent over where the young lady said that we sort of picking up where Tyra left off with that sofa type conversation.
Yes.
And that means a lot to us because we really wanted to have like a feel. We're in your living room. You're with us.
Which is, by the way, the feedback we've gotten over and over is like, I feel like you and Sybil are in our living room talking to us.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, and we're going, girl, that's right. And that's exactly what we wanted. And again, we said, I think it was episode 10, where we're like, we are experts at being us.
Yes.
We're experts at being women.
Yes.
We're experts at conversation. We know how to kickstart conversation in the right direction. Yep. And we know how to give practical solutions that have worked for us, that we've seen work for other people.
Absolutely.
That could work for you. So, I mean, that was really like the impetus for how we got all of this kickstarted. But like some of the really cool reviews that I thought were amazing. I don't, should we give names? And probably not, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if people want us to give their names.
Okay, we're just reading
the names
it
off.
Okay.
But check this out, Brandice.
So this was one, I know she actually won't mind.
Okay, so
I'm going to put it out. Her name is Pamela. And she said, every time I thought I had an insufficiency.
Well, that's her quoting.
Oh, that's her quoting. Yeah, okay, hold on a second.
If you look at this, hold on, guys. We're digging really quickly because my computer
is being a little bit slow.
Here.
Okay, here. Oh, yes, I love that one. So she said, I've had to catch up on a few podcasts. This is actually not Pamela. This is another great girlfriend. She said, life is so busy these days. It's funny that I feel like you ladies are sitting on my couch having a conversation with me. I'm listening and adding in a few, that's right, here and there. Laugh out loud. This truly fills a void that I didn't even know existed. Great job. Keep it coming, ladies. Thank you so much.
That's so mind-blowing. I love it. I thought that was just dynamic. And then another one of our great girlfriends said, she said, I just love everything the great girlfriend stands for. And point blank, period, that life, love, laughter, I think she really just benefits from that,
Yep. And then we had another one from somebody named Priscilla. She said, I am loving the great girlfriends. What a blessing this podcast has been. So many great nuggets of wisdom and encouragement. Love.
Woohoo!
I know.
There's another one that says, from a friend to another friend, says, seriously, thank you for posting about this podcast. Love these ladies, their energy, their honesty. This episode struck a chord and I got emotional. Girl, this gave me life. I'm reading like it's her. A renewed passion. I look forward to more of their episodes. I am definitely re-listening to this episode. So many quotes I need to write down.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then Pamela, this is the one Pamela wrote.
Okay.
Ladies, you have got to check out this wonderful site. The conversations the great girlfriends have not only make you think, but they touch the core of what our relationships with each other should be about. Please give a listen to this podcast episode. You're welcome.
No, I love that. And then this is one of my dear girlfriends. Her name is Leela. I can go ahead and shout you out, Leela, for this. But she says, happy Tuesday, folks. No pun intended. However, I loved this second episode of The Great Girlfriends on the topic of love is, which, by the way, is our number one episode.
That is the number one.
It's been killer on our stats. A lot of what the ladies were talking about hit me so close to home. I was in a long-term unhealthy relationship with a guy before I reconnected with the hubby coach. I am talking about 10 years off and on. I stayed in a relationship because I was self-love starved and I thought he was filling the void until I really had a definable understanding of what love is for me. I couldn't move on. Ladies and gents, I highly recommend you take a listen to this podcast. You will not be sorry you did.
Wow.
Like that for me says so much. I really couldn't say any more about that.
Wow.
And
everyone, it's so funny. So everyone keeps talking about Sybil and I's chemistry. I hear that over and over again. And it's so I think we may have told you guys, but we don't like pre-record or we don't rehearse.
Nope.
Anything.
Nope.
We literally turn this mic on and
go for it. Because you can't rehearse honest conversation.
You cannot rehearse.
You can't script that. You have to really pour and have no holds barred and no regrets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, for example, I'm going to say this and I'm going to ask you guys what you think. I'm trying to have a conversation with Brandice from the throne room. And Brandice is like, I don't want to talk to you while you're in the throne room.
Sybil, tell y'all, if y'all don't know that, because Sybil trying to make this sound real cute. I don't want to talk to Sybil while she on the toilet. I do not.
I told Brandice when she has this baby, she will talk to people wherever she needs to talk to them, because wherever there's a quiet space is where you have conversation. And if that needs to be in the restroom, then so be it, right?
No, not right. I'm not talking to these ladies. Ladies, I am not talking to you guys on the toilet. Maybe we should do a poll.
We should do a poll to see if it's appropriate or not.
We should absolutely do a poll.
But she can do stuff like lift her shirt up and rub her tummy, and that's okay. I'm just saying.
Okay, so since the first time we started this podcast, I think I was, 4 months pregnant?
Oh my gosh,
guys,
yes.
I'm so pregnant. Oh
she's so, like, I promise you guys, she's in another stage emotionally first. Physically, emotionally second, emotionally third, emotionally fourth. She doesn't even know who she is. And she thinks that she's the same sweet, precious, amazing, patient, kind. She just be sweeping me around like a rag doll. We went to lunch today, just classic example. And any of you who are the friends of a pregnant person, you know what, pray with me. We went to lunch because my thought is I'm with a pregnant person. She's going to want to eat, and we don't need to have to stop and break to eat while we're recording. So let's eat ahead of time. She wanted to put it on me. Well, you want to eat, right? I'm like, you need to eat. So we go eat, and she's eating faster than me, for sure. You were speed eating.
Okay, I was not speed eating, but I was done with my entire food, and Sybil's hamburger is untouched. She's still working on French fries.
I gotta order to how I eat, so I eat my fries first and my burger second, because I don't like cold fries. Anyway, so then she gets mad at me because I'm not eating as fast as she is, and she feels like I'm taking up our afternoon. And I said from the start that the food should have been to go. She goes and gets a seat at this restaurant and then go get an attitude with me, but it's all good. So point is, this pregnancy, it's not just, Brandice is not the only one dealing, and all of her close friends and Rich.
He got it good.
Rich, woo!
He got it good.
One day we gonna get Rich on this microphone and let him tell us how good he got it.
He got it good.
He won't talk about it till after, but she's almost there, ladies. And Sunday is her beautiful baby shower, and I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. But what it took for us to start this podcast, a lot of women said, "What took so long?"
Yeah, I don't know what took so long. I guess
I do.
What?
We were wrapped up in projects. And
we were.
I was gone last year. We could have never gotten this together.
That's so true.
And honestly, the stage that I was in at the top of this year opened the door for me to be more vulnerable.
Right.
And then for you, I feel like even though you don't think you're vulnerable, you really are.
Well, I've gotten a lot more vulnerable.
Okay. Because you're an open book. I know
I've gotten a lot more vulnerable. I don't know where it's come from. Well, one, I feel like if we're going to do this, we have to do it.
Right.
Like, no point in me getting on this microphone talking a whole bunch of crap to these ladies that it's not real.
Yeah. No,
if we're going to spend our time and do it, we're going to do it.
Which I think is what made Love Is, if I could tie that into that, so relevant for so many people, because I was a robot and I own that. You emotionally were not in a space where you were like, listen, in order to get me, you're going to have to do the following. Yeah. Like, you had this whole setup of requirements for Rich to step into the place where you wanted him. But that was a very honest place, because I think so many women are trying to figure out, like, what's the formula or what's wrong, what they're missing. And I think that us being honest on that episode about, like, listen, we really flunked.
Yeah.
Like, I flunked at loving myself first.
Yeah.
Loving others second, and I think once we got that part down, it made a big difference. It
absolutely did. And I love the episode that we did on entrepreneurship.
Of course you do. But though it was really good.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yep. No, what did you love most about doing that episode?
I just feel like, people don't always hear the real story. They see, we just came off of HFR and people kind of see like the outcome, but they never really get a chance to see like the process.
Yeah.
And so I think it was really important for us to kind of talk through that process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I mean, we only
still
touched the
gotta
surface.
Yeah. We still have to dive into that more. Personally, I think if I had to think of one, I could talk about like building lasting, or what one of our friends said, everlasting love.
Oh yeah,
I could talk about that forever and ever and ever, because I feel so satisfied in my relationship with my husband, and I feel like more women deserve to know that it's possible.
Right.
So I could share on that for days. I really could.
And we got a lot of great feedback on that one too. A lot of great feedback.
Yeah. Even with the secrets to networking, that one.
Yeah.
That hit hard.
That hit hard. And let me tell you, I mean, even still, it's like a constant. I think in the episode, I may have told you guys that one of the relationships that I called on that I had never called on before. And I think we kind of hinted in that episode about one of the honorees that we were going to go after for Harlem's Fashion Row, but I don't think I ever told them.
No, you did not.
So now Harlem's Fashion Row is over. The honoree was Tracee Ellis Ross.
Ooh! And everybody's secret girlfriend in their head.
Exactly. And it was so awesome because, building and networking with one of my advisory board members the right way. I mean, we've known each other now since 2009. I can't think of anything big I've ever requested from her. I've just always wanted to pour into her. And she's poured into me. But this time I asked her for a favor. Would she reach out to Tracee Ellis Ross for me? And she did.
That's so wild.
And it worked.
And that chemistry that they shared during the event.
Absolutely.
Did you tell who she is?
Oh, yeah. Her name is Michaela Angela Davis.
Who used to be the stylist for Diana Ross. Like, how epic is that?
Crazy.
I didn't know that about her.
I didn't either.
You didn't know that?
No.
That is major.
What's crazy is not only did I not know that, one of her really good friends didn't even know the story of how her and Tracee Ellis Ross knew each other.
Wow.
She was like, I've known Michaela all these years, and I did not know that story.
That's so beautiful. So Tracee met Michaela and introduced Michaela to Diana, according to the story that they shared at HFR.
And the interesting thing about that, though, is Tracee Ellis Ross was actually working at a magazine in the Fashion Closet. So, ladies, for those of you who don't know, the Fashion Closet is like the pits.
Yeah.
It's like the place you don't want to work. It's where you send interns for busy work and to keep themselves, occupied. But Tracee Ellis Ross was working in a fashion closet of a magazine, not telling anyone that she was the daughter of Diana Ross.
Isn't that wild?
And that's how Michaela met her. I think Michaela must have been an editor at the magazine.
Yes, and she said she was pulling.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you need to meet my mom.
That's crazy.
And her mom is Diana Ross. How bananas is that?
But what's even more crazy, if you connect the dots, to think that meeting that they had those many years ago, I was going to be able to benefit from that meeting by asking Michaela for access to that relationship for HFR.
I love it. I think it's so amazing. And I thought that was a very beautiful moment they shared. And I love even how you shared that, because that shows you the fruit of networking and how it lives forever and ever if you do it right.
Yeah.
If you are like honest and authentic about it and you do it with the right intentions, only trying to give, ask, right? Wasn't that the formula?
That was it.
Then from there, you're going to continue to win off of that.
Absolutely.
All right, so if I had to pick another that I really was excited about, I think How to Rise Above Disappointment was really good for me, because I was in the middle of disappointment and you were in the middle of disappointment.
Oh my God, yes.
And we both had to press through like present situations to come out with some answers that we could give to other people and be accountable to.
But here's what's the crazy thing. When we did that episode, guys, the feelings that Sybil and I both had were so fresh.
Yes.
I mean, they were like,
that was a raw
They were
move.
like raw.
Woo.
But now it's been like a few months, and I think neither one of us, I think both of us could care less.
We're so beyond it, and so liberated. We're so
it's like
liberated.
I can care less about that disappointment. It means nothing.
Oh my gosh.
to me.
So if you're in the middle of a disappointment now, you need to check out that episode. It's episode 6, How to Rise Above Disappointment. And trust me when I say the sun will shine.
Yeah.
The sun will shine again, and whatever that thing is you're dealing with, it's not as monumental as it seems in the moment.
It's not.
It's not.
I mean, we were in there almost. We almost were just like sobbing over each other. I just remember. And matter of fact, I think that day I had just left that meeting.
Yes, you came in from that meeting to record the podcast. So imagine. And I don't think you had a spoon that day. I think that's the day you were looking for the spoon for the parfait.
I did not know.
No, seriously.
So I'll tell you. So we were recording a podcast. We called one of my interns, and I asked her for an idea on a topic. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Sybil and I would have picked this topic. And so Alicia actually told us, hey, I really want to talk about, like, how do you walk away from friendships?
Oof.
And who knew that actually ended up being a really popular episode for us as well.
Yes.
I mean, women really responded to that. And that took me by surprise. I didn't realize so many women were trying to figure out how to walk away from friendships.
Yeah, and I think what we were able to share, which was so important, is like there are signals. And they're like the writing is really on the wall sometimes, but you don't take the time to read it until you're like in the middle of a situation. And you're like, let me go back and actually read. When I look back, wow.
Yeah.
This right here, I should have walked away from this ages ago. And I was still in a scenario where I was trying to, like, should I stay? Should I leave?
Yeah.
That was in the middle of that myself. And
how are you feeling these days, Sybil?
You know what? It's a day by day healing process. Like, the forgiveness in my heart is so real. Do I miss the people that I held in that regard? Yes, I miss all the great times.
Right.
But do I want to regain any of that right now? I'm chilling. I'm like, really?
You are in such a better place, sis.
And I used to just whine.
Guys, that time was rough.
I was so rough because it hurts so bad.
And we would be like getting ready to do a podcast, and Sybil would be like, Brandice, wait a minute, I just have to get this off my heart. I cannot believe. And she would go into it, and you could like see the hurt on her face, and you can feel it.
It was painstaking. And I'm not going to say that it hasn't dragged on like that weave I talked about. Like, there has been some
it's a process.
Residue of things that tried to resurface, and we've had to settle it. My husband and I both know that we're love, we're forgiveness, and that's what we're going to sit on it, and we're not going to focus on anything other than building whatever we're supposed to have right now. Which, if that does not include certain people, it doesn't include that. Yeah. And that's all good. But so that faith.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. Like, that faith is, you know what? Every day I'm like, faith is waking up. Faith is trusting. Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, it's been such a faith. Even now, honestly, I'm in the middle of a faith walk. I've got like these events that are happening next week, Sybil, and I have 2 events, one at Hampton University, one at Howard University, and I'm so freaking pregnant. And and I'm just like, okay, it really does feel like a step of faith that I don't feel my 100%. You know what I mean? I don't feel 100% Brandice. I feel like I'm like a piece of me right now. Yeah. And so it's a faith walk just to kind of like see this all the way through, because it's the commitment that I've made. But it's not easy. It's not. I know exactly what you mean. I think it's even when we start committing more and more to like the growth of the Great Girlfriends, it's a faith walk. Oh, yeah. And there's certain things that come very easy to us when it comes to sharing this conversation. Right. And wanting to make impactful, make impactful content, for women. That comes natural to us. When it comes down to the social media part, you know, it's a faith walk. We're believing God that our message will communicate the right way.
Yes.
And even like next year, the plans that we're building out, it's a faith walk. Every week we're like, are people listening?
And they are. And you guys are. Okay, so Sybil, you start talking about next year. Let's get into next year.
Next year, ladies, we are all about taking this content to the next level. So, you know, after we close out this year, and we're going to have more guests come on in season 2, or I should say more guests. I should say guests come on in season 2. We're going to start introducing events.
Yes, because we want to get to see you guys, and we really want feedback from you. So we're super excited. We're actually working on a Great Girlfriends Conference.
Yeah.
Which we'll say the name of it for now.
Yes.
But we're working on a Great Girlfriends Conference for next June, which we're going to hold in New York City.
Woohoo!
So you ladies can get ready.
Yes.
Get ready.
Get ready. It's going to be me. It's going to be Brandice. It's going to be you and your great girlfriends, June in New York.
Yeah.
Just put the whole month, or save the month on your calendar.
Put a save the month. And we kind of went through like what that conference is going to look like, because we didn't want it to look like anything we had ever been to before. Mm-hmm. We wanted it to be like a really cool experience for you guys. And we wanted it to be an opportunity for you guys to meet other great girlfriends while you were there.
Yes.
So we've built like some amazing cool things into the programming.
Yes.
It's very, very untraditional.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting.
We've built some amazing things into the content, and it's very untraditional.
Absolutely. And I think it's going to be really refreshing for you guys to see what we're about authentically, how we're going to make it all come alive in an event format, and why these kind of conversations and having a relationship with a network of amazing women who can be accountable is so important. So you're going to have a chance to be a part of that, and I promise you, you will not want to miss. You definitely don't want to miss, and you want to invite all of your amazing girlfriends to be a part of it. And you'll even have a chance to meet Brandice's little baby love, because I think baby love will be live in attendance, right?
Be front and center.
And my little baby boos, well, they're not little anymore. They're like, I have kids. I don't have babies.
Yes.
Well, they're still babies to me, but they're real kids. So like kids, they'll all be around. So you'll have a chance to see a little bit more of our world. And I think aside from the events, and you know, we're also going to start to do some more local events.
Yep.
Where we do meet and greets, and we're going to start in our home base in New York, which gives our local girlfriends a chance to come together with us.
Yep. But then we would love for you guys to invite us to your city. So if you guys are interested in Sybil and I coming to your city, there'll be a way for you guys to contact us, and we'll come there and we'll host a Great Girlfriends conversation for you in your city. So
yes, that's going to be fun. But I actually have a beef with our great girlfriends.
I do.
So if I had to, like, ladies, can I just be honest?
Go ahead.
Here's my situation. I feel like we give it all, right?
We give it all.
I feel like we like tell you guys almost as everything that we could tell without, you know, getting in trouble legally with somebody, or, you know, I feel like we give everything, and we share, and we ask questions, we engage. Y'all be like crickets on social media. Crickets.
Because we ran a contest for New York Fashion Week, and we didn't have anyone actually apply to the competition.
No one participated. Then we'll ask a question on social media, and y'all will act like y'all don't see that question. Now, mind you, I'm getting emails, I'm getting texts, we're getting all these little side notes and conversations, but then when it comes to like actually responding to a post,
they haven't done it.
Crickets.
I think the Great Girlfriends are just getting warmed up, Sybil.
That's what it is.
We're going to give them season 1 to get warmed up. I think for season 2, they're going to come out. They're going to have conversation with us. They're going to give us great feedback on social media. They're going to write great reviews on iTunes. So you just watch. The Great Girlfriends are going to show up and show out.
Because y'all don't really want me to start like whining and like complaining. I am a youngest child. Like I can turn up at any given moment. But I'm just saying, ladies, share back. Like give us what you got. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. We don't just want to talk at you like we're having a one-way conversation.
We definitely want to hear from you guys for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go through some of our top cities right quick, Sib.
All right. So we want to give like a quick shout out to the top cities that have been responded. This is pretty interesting because I used to think that only people were listening were people that we knew, but come to find out, we have listeners coming from New York, from Maywood, New Jersey, from Memphis, Tennessee, hey, from Charlotte,
from Philadelphia, Cherry Hill. Where's Cherry Hill?
That's in New Jersey.
Okay, Nashville, Oklahoma City, San Francisco.
Next page, Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Dallas,
Los Angeles, Forest City. Where's Forest City?
I think that's Arkansas.
I don't know where Forest City, but Yonkers, which is in New York, Miami, Newark, Washington. I mean, we have great girlfriends, not just in the United States. We have great girlfriends all over the world.
All around the world. Okay, so you want to hear some of the countries?
Let's go some of the countries
I hope you're ready.
I am. I want to share with them.
What's tripped out about this? I'm like, somebody's translating. Hold on, let me go. I lost my spot. Stand by, great girlfriends.
That's all right. But no, I mean, I think, our whole goal when we first started was not to limit it and to really, hit all women.
Yes.
And it looks like that's happening.
Look at that map. That's beautiful.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So the United States
is our number one.
Yes. Fiji
is our number 2 country. Can you believe it?
Italy. Kenya. Portugal.
China.
Germany.
Who is listening in China, guys? Shout us out.
Yes.
Germany.
Japan.
Puerto Rico.
Russia.
Who's listening in Russia?
Girl, I don't know.
The Netherlands.
Brazil.
Mexico.
Thailand.
Argentina.
Austria.
Australia.
You would give me the hard one. Azerbaijan.
We don't even know where that is.
Canada. Colombia.
Czech Republic.
Spain.
France.
UK.
Indonesia.
Israel.
South Korea.
Morocco.
Norway.
Wow, guys. Philippines.
Slovakia.
Girl. And Taiwan.
So the great girlfriends have reached women all over the world.
That's amazing.
We just want to say thank you guys so much. Please continue to interact with us. Continue to listen to the podcast. We want to make sure that you share this podcast with all of your great girlfriends. Please make sure that you hit us up on Twitter we're at _great GFS. Hit us up on Instagram.
The Great Girlfriends.
On Facebook.
The Great Girlfriends.
And we have any other platforms? And then we're in the website, which is The Great Girlfriends.
Yes, and don't forget, if you're not listening on the website directly, also go to iTunes and subscribe and listen in so you can get that download and we get the subscriber list up.
Absolutely. So thank you, ladies, so much. We want to thank our families. Want to thank my amazing husband, Rich Daniel, who has no idea what The Great Girlfriends is all about. But I don't think he's listened to a podcast. But he is so super supportive. I'm like, I'm going to Sybil's. He's like, all right, y'all have a good podcast.
He's like, it's for girls.
And I want to thank my mother who is listening to all the episodes, to all my friends and family. Just thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Kwaku, who is like a really picky creative director and has issues with everything that I've tried to design on my own for the Great Girlfriends.
Yes, and Kwaku Amuti is the one who does all these beautiful graphics. It's by Kwaku Amuti.
Yes, thank you so much. And Sam and Dilly, they know what the Great Girlfriends are.
Yes.
Dylan calls herself a great girlfriend.
Yes.
And to our my mom and dad, sisters and brothers, cousins, aunties, uncles around the world, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for sharing with us. So we want to thank you.
Yes, and
thank you for listening.
And keep being a great girlfriend.
Bye.
Bye, guys.